facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Allow us to save you the stress.
Count on us for your daily dose of information and current affairs.
You ask for it, the conversation, and more on Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Are you tired of all the noise and speculation in the news? On Hard Fact, we cut through the clutter and get straight to the truth.
If only Fubra has been aware of the Google trap, he would have understood in democracy there are bases for everybody to do accordingly.
Join us as we bring you the stories that matter. We go beyond the headlines to uncover the real facts and the core of every story.
We are doing this, we are doing that. At the end of the day, nothing good will come out. What did they promise us? They will be in charge of security and life and whatever. But what are we getting in return?
With in-depth analysis and experts interviews, Hard Facts delivers the truth that others dare not to reveal. Tune into Hard Facts every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. and arm yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate today's complex world. Hard Facts, where the truth always prevails.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
Well, it's that time of the day when we get to talk, about the biggest stories for today. And you know it's time for the big three. This is Hard Facts. We're bringing you this show from the nation's economic capital, Lagos, Nigeria. Precisely, it's Maryann Crescent here in Victoria Island. My name is Maryann Okon. From now till 6 p.m., it promises to be your most entertaining, I don't know, what is more than most? It's going to be the biggest and the best experience you're going to have on the radio when it comes to news. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, Lagos. I'm in a very good mood. And it's this mood money cannot buy it, because if you're thinking about the problems of Nigeria, but for 1 second, let's just be happy and grateful that we're alive, yeah? Let's just be happy. But welcome to the show. As usual, we start off with the big three stories for today, and then, of course, we'll move on to Community U reports. Yesterday, I decided to keep my Uber story to talk about it today. And for those of you who follow me on social media, you must have seen the many retweets on that story. And I gave you an update on Sunday. It's a very interesting story. And I want us to, I'm not telling it to vilify anyone, but I'm telling it because there's so much to learn from that story. And, for the past few weeks, I've been talking about being self-secured, being aware of your surroundings and, telling people where you're going to, etc., etc. This is another angle to it. So on Community U Report today, we're going to be talking about my Uber experience. And then on the last hour, I will be joined by former APC national spokesperson Timmy Frank. And we're going to be talking, I told you this whole week, we're assessing Mr. President's performance from the north to the south to the east to the west. Yes. And we're looking at it from his promises. Yes. Do you remember the renewed hope agenda and all the promises Mr. President made when he was on that campaign trail? Well, here's almost a year and a half down the line. Let me say it like the people in the streets. Waiting they occur. Welcome to Hard Facts. And that's, as usual, let's get into the business of today.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. We're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, let's delve into the big stories for today. Yes, welcome to the Big Three Hard Facts. It's the program, and we're broadcasting live from 99.3 Nigeria Info FM. I am Maryann Okon. Welcome to the show. Welcome one, welcome all, welcome Lagos, welcome Nigeria, welcome for those of you who are listening in diaspora. We are live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We're also live. Yes, you can watch the conversation if you got Nigeria Info's website, or rather our mobile app. Do you have it? If you don't have it, go and download it now, especially if you're living outside of the country. It serves you better and easier. But you can also listen via our website, www.nigeriainfo.fm. But if you want to be part of the conversation and you're outside of the country, you can join us via Skype. We are Nigeria Info FM. Now that you have every possible platform that we own, let's look at these stories for today, starting with the Vanguard newspaper. The top story here says, end bad governance protest. Wake up call, says northern governors. I'll take it again. End bad governance protest. A wake up call, says northern governors. Is it not the same one that people were put in prison because of treason? Oh, it was a wake up call? Let's get into the business. So this story is brought to you by Vanguard, and it's as a result, this is a fallout of the Northern Governors Forum, which held in Kaduna on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So yesterday, 19 governors said the end bad governance, 19 northern governors, I beg your pardon, said the end bad governance protest in August was a wake-up call for all northern leaders. They said youth restiveness is a growing concern, driven by illiteracy, poverty, a lack of economic opportunities. The chairman of the Northern States Governors Forum, Governor Muhammad Yahya of Gombe State, who spoke in Kaduna, said, and I quote, "Our young people are calling out for change. It is our responsibility to listen and act. We must scale up efforts to tackle the root causes of youth restiveness by investing in education, skills development, job creation, and let's focus on creating pathways for the youth to channel their energy into productive ventures, thereby reducing their vulnerability to crime and social vices." End of quote. I'm mostly excited that they maybe hear us, or they are listening, but are they just saying this just to appease these restive, in quote, young people in the north? Because, like I always say, an idle mind obviously is a welcome party for the devil to, open a supermarket. It's one thing for them to acknowledge that they listen and they've heard us. It's another thing for them to actually do something to show. Because it's one thing when Bayo Nanuga says the president feels our pain, and then I ask, what has he done to show us that he does understand our plight? So it's one thing to say, I get you, I hear you, I know, I think we know what to do, but are you doing it? You sound like you're willing to do it, but are you going to do it? What's the timeline? How and when is it going to happen? Should we be expecting it at so and so time? These are questions that young people in the north, most especially, need to ask. Because whatever it is that is the plight of the people in the north, I always say, don't blame the people, it's their leaders. But then you can't also blame the leaders without blaming the people, because they're people who aid and abet these leaders. So if you're holding their foot to the fire and saying, give us a timeline, give us a target of sorts so that we can hold you to it. So it's all fine and dandy, Northern Governors Forum. When are you going to start practicalizing these things that you're telling us? All right, well, still staying with the Northern Governors Forum, they're rejecting the new tax reform bill. Yeah. Well, apparently, governors of the 19 northern states met in Kaduna yesterday alongside top traditional rulers from the region, where they discussed various issues, and resolved, among others, to reject the Nigeria tax reform bill sent to the National Assembly recently by President Muhammadu Buhari. So don't forget, they talked about insecurity, they talked about poverty, education, crisis, socioeconomic challenges, blah, 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 blah. But they do not accept the tax reform bill. Yeah. So they put out a communique at the end of that meeting. The group decried the content of the recent tax reform bill that was forwarded to the National Assembly, saying they were against the interest of the North and other subnationals, especially the proposed amendment to the distribution of value-added tax to derivation-based model. What are your thoughts? And my final big story for today, coming from Daily Trust newspaper, says Tinubu doing a good job, says Ganduji. I almost said that thing that's on your mind. I almost said it. It's not my mouth that you hear it. All right, well, the story here goes. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress, says APC's, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is doing a great job and working to make sure the current economic hardship facing the people comes to an end. Ganduje, who said this, said that Tinubu has introduced life-changing reforms that makes the nation's economically stronger. He said the president deserves more support, especially in the southwest. Oh, I thought he was the president of the Federal Republic. Why is the southwest the issue, sir? Ganduje. Anyway, these are the big stories. I'm going to shut up now. The phone lines are open. 0201 2770993, 0201 2770993. For the females, 0201 465 7190, 0201 465 7190. You can join the conversation on WhatsApp 0809597585. I'll take it slowly. 0809597585. You've got 60 seconds. Go straight to the point and let's hear what you've got to say. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello,
yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Turn off your radio, please.
Yeah, my radio is not on.
Are you sure?
My radio is not on.
Okay.
So what I want to tell you now is that the governor that say it's a wake-up call, not only for the terrorists not allowing them to go farm, illiteracy, plenty hunger. It's also affecting the South. So Tinubu should make sure say this our member governance protest started August 1st to 10. It's also a wake-up call to him. Now concerning the governors that are rejecting the tax, yes, I support them to reject that tax because the tax they are collecting is 1707. See Otta Road, see Federal Road. So what are they taking to do? Unless we go back to our original before 1966. Before 1966, July 29, Nigeria will remain in a conga and will enter into the Bermuda Triangle. Finally, Ononuga and Ganduje are doing the work of their paymaster. So this is what I refer to a political propaganda. Let them continue.
All right.
But I'm not a small
Thank you very much for calling. All right, 60 seconds is over. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Sorry about that. Do call me back later. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Apologies. Call me back again if you can. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Robert.
Go ahead, Robert.
What do you expect from Ganduje? Ganduje is doing the work of his paymaster now. Even though Tinubu is doing bad, he will praise him. So he's doing it. That's what we call life service, so that they will continue to say, in fact, maybe let me drop. Let me listen.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
What happened? I offended you.
Sorry?
Yes, now. I've been calling throughout. You don't even pick a woman side at all.
I don't understand.
I
just started taking calls and your time is going. You have already finished 20 minutes but for quarreling.
My dear sister, what do you expect for this country? Like Mohammed, for the other time, they are turning everything upside down. Buhari is doing good now. That is what we expect now. It's very good.
Sorry, which Buhari?
Continue.
Sorry, the president.
Everybody don't die. Feeling now be the good thing. Good result.
The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Buhari is very good. Good.
Oh God.
Back down.
Okay.
May God give us good health.
Thank you for calling. Just so you know, the president is not Buhari again now. Now, wow. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Pastor Ladipo.
Go ahead.
I'm calling from Orile Isari Gomo.
Okay.
Maryann, anyway, happy belated.
Thank you.
Now, my take on this is this. You see, so long it's not affecting them,
that means the man is doing well. If you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, you look at this. Once you are being settled, you'll be speaking for. You don't care whether any other person is doing well anymore. That is the challenge you are facing now. As I'm talking to you like this, if I show you my phone, a lot of people sending account numbers. What is going on? Maryann, you see, I won't blame Bayo Ononuga. How is he fearing before he got this job? That is the question. The man too is now enjoying himself, so he has to speak on behalf. Ganduje.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Pastor Ladipo. Your 60 seconds is over. Hello, welcome to Hard Fact.
Hello, Maryann. Good afternoon, my sister.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Koboko, I greet you. Maryann, please, can you allow me to swear for...
No. This is a radio station, not a beer parlor. Don't do that here.
Okay, because I don't want to say bad things.
Then don't call, nah.
Okay, sorry. I don't know about what you call. And what do you call former governor of Kano State? They should go and sit down one place. They should not inflict more pain. I mean, more verse for Nigerians again. Are you getting me?
Okay.
If they don't know what to say, they should go and sit down quietly. Because they cannot just chop belly food and begin to talk rubbish.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. All right. I have one more story I want to add. Every single day, one business collapses in the north. Every single day, one more business dies off. I saw a video. I couldn't record that video to put it on today. Of fish, you know, the cold room guys, the guys who keep the frozen stuff. If you see the amount of things that went bad, that these are people's businesses literally lying face flat because of the power outage in the north. Is that bad? Now, the ACF, the Arewa Consultative Forum, is calling for a state of emergency on the power outage in the north. And I keep asking, why is it so difficult for us to crack the code when it comes to energy? Why? Because we're giving other people 24 hours power, but in our own country, where we're generating that same power, we don't have it. Who did it to us? Anyway, we're going on a break. When we come back, we'll talk. It's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Maryann Okon.
Exciting conversation.
Is it a problem when you can't stop yourself from checking the social media?
So let me drop it for a day and discover that you can actually drop it, no problem.
Yeah.
Then you're not addicted. You just have this bad habit of always pressing your phone.
Do you know, even though I'm hungry, I'm begging people to pay, give me something I want to eat. Immediately they give me the money. I will just tell myself playing this game. I want to win for 8,200.
Stay with 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
This November, prepare for an epic clash of intellects. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition is back. November the 11th, 2024, 32 of Lagos's brightest secondary school students will step up to the mic, where words become weapons and ideas ignite battles. From Monday, November the 11th at 4 p.m., they'll face off in fierce debates with only one goal: to be crowned the I Beg to Differ champion. Every round is a fight for glory, where one brilliant mind will rise above the rest. Who will be crowned the champion of thought, wisdom, and will is about to begin. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition Season 8 commences Monday, November the 11th at 4 p.m. For sponsorship, please call or WhatsApp 0805-581-5844. I Beg to Differ is proudly supported by Card Center Nigeria Limited, Obi Wizzy, and Lucas Green Fashion House.
The Nigerian Environmental Society presents ECO 2024, the 33rd National Conference theme, Environmental Resource Management, Conservation and Protection in the Global Emerging Innovative Technology for Sustainable Development. There will be paper presentations and various sub-themes will be explored. Late registration is ongoing and it ends by 1st November 2024. Chief host, Dr. Efegbidiki L. Okobia, National President. Date, 30th October to 1st November 2024. Time, 9 a.m. daily. Venue, Eco Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. For more information, call Dr. Eugene Itua, Local Organizing Chairman, on 0802-311-8449. That is 0802-311-8449.
365 days of conflict. Hamas attack on Israel on October 7th killed 1,200. To date, Israel has killed over 14,000 children. These are not just numbers, they are lives forever changed. Join us for the first of our annual Borderlines Debate, a symposium on the Middle East crisis, Thursday, November 7th at 4 p.m. A forum where ambassadors, diplomats, and humanitarian voices will gather to debate the yesterday, today, and the way forward for Israel, Palestine, and the Middle East. Is there a pathway for peace? The Borderlines Debate, November 7th at 4 p.m. This is a chance to hear from both sides. Real stories, real stakes, real solutions. Don't miss the repeat broadcast on Friday, November 8th at 4 p.m. Borderlines Debate, Thursday, November 7th at 4 p.m. Only on Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court has convicted, suspended the Chicago certificate story. It's never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting campaign with her husband, knowing that. You should not be happy because there is nothing to happy about.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The Big Three on Hard Facts
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, we're back. It's still the Big Three Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Maryann Okon, and we're looking at the Big Three stories. Four big stories for today, really. NBAT governance protest, a wake-up call, says Northern governors. And I'm asking, are you going to do something about it rather than just talk about it? ACF calls for a state of emergency on power outage in the north. And I'm asking, why is it so difficult for us to crack the code when it comes to energy, the energy crisis that we're facing in the country? But then there are countries that are benefiting from our energy and they have better light than we do. Is there not something wrong with us? There has to be, right? I just don't know what it is. Anyway, well, still in the north, the northern governors and even the traditional rulers are kicking against the new tax reform bill. They're saying that this is not going to work. No, sir. Back to sender. And Ganduje is here telling all of you that the president is doing a great job and he should be appreciated, especially in the southwest. What are your thoughts? 0201 277 0993. That's the number for you to call if you're male. 0201 277 0993. If you are a lady, 0201 465 7190. That's 0201 465 7190. On WhatsApp, it's 00959758505. We're live on YouTube and on Facebook Live, Nigeria Info FM. Post your comments on the live feed because I would love to hear from you. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Good afternoon. Turn off your radio. Yes.
Yeah, this is calling from Kirikiri town.
Okay.
Yeah, Maryann, you see, the other last caller who just called, he asked you, he had the right to swear for that man. You say no. Abi?
You can swear for them in your house, not on this radio. Do you understand me?
I know. That's the problem we're having in Nigeria. If these people come out and tell us rubbish, we have the right to swear for them. So that next time they will not come and tell us
And nobody's
rubbish.
stopping you. You're still not getting it, are you? You can do it in your house, not here.
Thank you. If I can do it in my house, it's not possible. But if you don't want us to swear,
Why is it not possible? It's not coming from your mouth.
Don't come and tell us what they told us, because there was a day
Well, you don't have to listen also, sir. It's not by force now. You can't turn off the radio.
Wait. These people are taking us for granted. It's too much now.
So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
Be something made our wait now. They just allow them to speak. So these people now, they will be insulting us, using us for all.
So what are you going to do about it?
What are you
going to do about it now? Somebody's insulting you. What are you going to do about it?
You people are still continuing for you are supporting these people.
Now, wow. How am I supporting the person?
You are supporting them because you come here to tell us what they told us.
All right, thank you. That's my job. My job is to tell you what they told us. Yeah, it's my job. And I'm supposed to report these stories. But if you don't want to listen, that's fine. And I know that everybody's, feeling a certain way. But if you feel that they're taking you for granted, what are you going to do about it? That's the question. Don't come and be ranting at me. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to make sure that this changes so they no longer take you for granted? As opposed to coming to drag me. Did you vote for me? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio, please. All right, call me back. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio, please.
Hello, Maryann.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling?
This is Happiness from Ikorodu.
Go ahead.
Maryann.
Mm-hmm.
Please, anybody that does not have anything to tell us, we should keep quiet. They mustn't talk. They should keep quiet. At least others are keeping quiet. They should just remain silent. Nobody should come and tell us that president is doing well when everywhere is upside down. Nobody should speak that language for us. So, Maryann.
Are you still there?
Just keep quiet if they don't have anything to say.
Okay.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
Hello,
good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Ike calling from Lakwe.
Hi, Ike. Go ahead, please.
What do you expect from Ganduje? Somebody that was caught collecting bribe in dollars. What do you expect from Gandola to tell you? He was caught now. Since he entered the APC, they allow his sin. Forgive him about his sin. So what do you expect him to say? He will say that his matter is very well. Right.
It's okay. Thank you very much for calling. I know. It's really annoying, isn't it? Especially if you think that the president is not doing anything. But don't take it out on me. I'm also on the receiving end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? So, yes, we've got pent-up anger. But my question still stands. What are we going to do about it? Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio, please.
Yeah. Hello, Mira. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
This is Adebayo from Alagbad.
All right, Adebayo.
Yes. I'm really happy with the question you have your last caller. That man. This is the type of question. I was listening to radio this early morning. Somebody said that we should not allow president to finish the 4 years. That if we remove him, we will not be able to compete. He's still going to win and rule us for the next 8 years. The question is, how are you going to remove the president, elected president? Do we want war? Or do you think what is happening all over the Africa, where they have just about 2 tribes? We have almost 700 tribes in this country. Do you think if they want to remove Tinubu today?
Sorry. You can remove the president when his 4-year tenure is over.
Somebody said this one that let us remove him before 4 years. I say, what exactly is our problem? What do we want? The person I think is going to rule the country that we the politicians are the same. Look at the person from Cross River. It's national assembly. He has moved to the APC now. Look at chairman, the Labour chairman, chairman of Labour Party in Kano. He has moved to APC now. So what are they talking about? He said the president is not there. It's not there. Let us focus and change our constitution. That's the only way.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Your 60 seconds is over. All right. I don't think it's... So for educative purposes, please listen. You can't yank the president off his seat. He's got 4 years. But you can actually stop him from coming in again with your votes. However we're going to do it. But you can't yank him off now, midway his tenure. Nah. So I hope you understand. I'll take one more call and then I'll go to social media. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is Michael.
Michael, go ahead.
There's no doubt about that. We are going to remove him. Nobody can. We are going to remove him. This is bad. It's worse than we have ever expected. So no, it's not doing any good there for us at all.
Okay.
But no matter we know that they are Boko Haram and they have taken a place in our nation. You are going to remove them.
Sorry, sorry. Did you say that? Hey, hold on, sir. Hold on.
Yes.
You see, this is hard facts. You cannot call the president Boko Haram. Those people are terrorists. Please.
Boko Haram is in his.
No. I'm gonna let you go because you're not smart. You're not a smart person. I was trying to help you, but you're not smart. Let's go to WhatsApp. You cannot call the president a terrorist. Did he kill your family members? Did he place a bomb in your village? Come on, man. You've got to be smarter than that. You're on the radio. All right, on WhatsApp here, someone says, President should challenge me to do a show in my native language. Them say she no go fit. I say, make I tell you, no kill the messenger. Irabo from our papa. Now, Irabo, they know fully well that I can do that. It's just that Lagosians are not going to understand me except for Sunday and Victor. And maybe Samuel Victor Akban. And Chuman Noli. And Kofi, they understand the language. But, I mean, the rest of Lagos is going to be lost. And the show is just going to be flying above their heads. But I can do it. I love a challenge. It's just that it probably will work on Wazobia. This one says, these northern governors want to eat their cake and still keep it in the freezer to eat it in the morning. Alcoholic is haram. And to them, they still want to collect the proceeds that come from it. Very funny set of people. Lushaga, thank you for your message. Ganduje did well packaging dollars, and Tinubu is doing well subjecting Nigerians to hardship. You didn't give him a name, but thank you for your message. This one says a magnanimous conflagration is consuming our domiciliary edifice. That is what is happening in Nigeria. Not really like grammar. Gandola will praise Tinubu to high heavens because it's his political relevance that's aided and abated by Tinubu. Tinubu did not allow him to be in jail now for his multi-dollar corruption while in government in Kano. Both Wike and Gandola are still relevant politically by the grace of Tinubu. Okay. This one says, truthfully, immediately you mentioned Ganduje, Gandola came out of my mouth. But what else would you expect from Ganduje? The same songs of praise they've been singing in the past for the past president. Now the northern governors are crying wolf. Let me mind my mental health. That's all I have remaining for now in the short term before it shuts down. Uchenna from Ikoyi, thank you. Please careful with your mental health. Yeah, it's very important. This one says, do you know what the reform tax bill is all about? Can you enlighten your listeners on the bill? Oh, yes, we did talk about it last week, Thursday. But if you were listening, you would have known. I had a tax expert here talking about the new tax bill. But you obviously were not here. Go back to our website or go to YouTube. Last Wednesday, I think. No, Thursday last week for A's and Nays. I had Emmanuel Onosami here in the studio. So go watch that video. It's on YouTube. Educate yourself. FM. Thank you. Ganduje is doing the work, his master's work to be pleased about. Tinubu didn't promise Nigerians anything. He said, it's my turn. We brought it upon ourselves. Well, he did promise, and we're going to talk about it on the 5 o'clock hour, just so you know. From Robert, he says, Maryann, still on the power outage in the north. It's pathetic, and I really sympathize with those affected. Nigeria is the only country that supplies power, aka electricity, to other countries, and her citizens are in darkness. You can see the height of insensitivity of our leaders. And truthfully, for the life of me, I'm not understanding. My English is failing me, because the TCN guy was on the TV and he was on the television, and he was asked, how many countries do you give light to? And he called Chad and some other countries, and he said, do they have 24 hours light? He said yes. So how come we don't have it in Nigeria? And he said, well, we do have 18. Sir, the question is, why do we not have 24 hours power in the country that gives other people power? 24 hours, by the way. Something is wrong. Something is deeply wrong. And we're taking this sitting down. We're playing. And these guys are also playing in our faces because they think we're stupid. And that's why when you call me and you're trying to dump on me, I'm saying, no, sir, wrong address. Dump it on the guy that you voted into office. Your governors first. And then you can go to the president, but not me. Anyway, someone here says, nobody should take Gandola serious. Okay. Onanuga and Ganduje are doing the job that puts something on their table. Something is wrong with us. We can't power ourselves 24 hours. The northern governors don't want tax bill, but know that there is bad governance and youth are becoming restive. Hope all the way. Hope they will all wake up. Ayo, thank you for your message. Gideon from Wagada says, I sent you this message yesterday. Until we decide to stop supporting evil men to rule over us because they are from our tribe or religion, then we should suffer the consequences. The North has produced some of the worst leaders in Nigeria's history, example Ganduje. So they should enjoy the darkness and let us hear word, I beg. Gideon, be careful. Favor from Amor says, the president can be removed from the seat. Favor, I don't want to say what is on my mind because you're not going to sleep well. I just educated you, but you chose to go the dumb part. Yeah? Go down that slope by yourself. Don't try to mislead my listeners, okay? The president has 4 years under his belt. It's his tenure. And that's what he has constitutionally. He can only be impeached by a huge majority in the National Assembly. But do you see that happening? No. So we wait until the tenure expires and then you go to the polls. That's what should happen. Okay? Yeah. I've got 10 minutes on the clock. I'll read a few more messages, go to Facebook and YouTube, and then come back to the phone lines. All right. This one's from Jeremiah in Ikeja. He says, until we Nigerians are ready the time to rescue the country would be as if it's a postponed exercise. Bad leader like Tinubu must be removed through the right means of election. He's not doing well at all. Larry here says, I wonder how journalists cope with the outbursts from Nigerians as a result of the economic hardship. I hope we would not all be insane before the end of this government's tenure. Hey. This one says, I don't have the full new tax reform bill, but the little I have come across in the papers today, it is the beginning of fiscal restructuring. Every state in the country has one mineral resource or the other, but we depend on crude oil production from the Niger Delta region. North is not the only region in blackout. Bayelsa State has been in darkness since July 2024 because of the vandals. That's a vandal issue. I think also some parts of the North also have some issues of vandalization, but their case is just because of the epileptic nature of the greed, the national greed. But he says, states or regions should have independent transmission lines and not national grid that is not stable. Bob Kantimi, I totally agree with you. And this is a conversation that we must have over and over and over again. Because, you know, many people say, oh, you know, what's happening in Abia has taken years to build and develop to that point. Okay, so can we start now as states? Because it wasn't bundled by, thank goodness, the one good thing we can remember the Buhari administration for is that they made sure that states could have the power to do this. Why are other states not taking the initiative? Why must everybody be on the power, on the national grid? Maybe the grid itself is tired of us. I'm just saying. Okay, this one says, thank you for your message. I will drink water. This one says, Ganduje is not lying. President Tinubu's policies are really transforming lives, whether it's for good or bad. Well, that's another story altogether. But for many of us, it's causing pain. Tunde from Surulere. Francis here says, the reason why Nigeria is supplying electricity to other countries is because if they build their own dam, it will affect Nigeria's power generation from River Niger. That was an agreement Nigeria signed. Besides, their energy need is low. I do not support this government, by the way. Okay, Francis. I'm going to move away from WhatsApp and go to our YouTube Live. Cordelia is saying, wow, 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 like an ambulance. This is the first time I'm seeing you. Thank you, Cordelia. Black here says, I thought we have a good recall process for elected officials because I'm confused what you're saying. You can't recall the president. He's not a member of the National Assembly. Do you know your constitution? You can't recall him. A president can only be impeached, and that will be done by a majority in the National Assembly. Okay? Yes, you can recall a House of Assembly member, you can recall a House of Rep member, you can recall a senator, but not a president. Capish? Ade Baba here says, according to what I heard from Sam Amadi in one interview, we give those countries power because of the water we dammed that flow from those countries. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ade Baba, for your message. Yeah, we're not even debating why Nigeria should give power to these countries. The debate or the question is, why does Nigeria not have power? That's it. You can give power to even America. We don't care. Where's our own? Okay, back to the phone lines. Hello, welcome to Hard Fact.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Ugochukwu from Akpaja.
All right, Ugochukwu, go ahead, please.
Yes, Mr. President will not be recalled. Mr. President can be impeached, and that is the only way Mr. President can be removed. Ganduje or Gandola, Nigerians are funny. What are you expecting Gandola to say, or Onaga to say, or even APC? Except a God-sent APC person, we say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake by voting. Firstly, Buhari and not Tinubu, and I have been saying it anywhere. The coming of APC and Tinubu Buhari is the worst that has happened to Nigeria. I have been saying it because this did not mean well. Look at it. A lot of France from 6,500 to 100 and something within 9 years. It's not evil.
Okay.
It's more.
Yeah, your 60 seconds is over. I can tell the pain in your voice. Thank you so much for calling. On Twitter, Estelle Body says, our government is tone deaf to the plight of citizens. Else, how can you explain the incessant torture and lack of empathy it has on its citizens presently? I'm paying to charge my phone at a bus stop presently. Who do us for this country? I beg. We can never crack down on this issue of power failure. We know already. Okay, I want to read more messages. Derek here on X says, the people in the north are getting what they deserve because everyone's attention is at the center while these governors are lavishly spending money meant for the people. Tinubu and Buhari are the same. He is not doing a good job. Okay, Joy Forever here on X says, Tinubu's team told us that end bad governance protest wanted to overthrow him. Now the northern governors are calling it a wake-up call, rejecting tax bill by northern governors. It shows how myopic and selfish they are. Ganduje telling us Tinubu is doing well. Dollars are in his pocket. I didn't either. Okay. Derek again says they're not listening to the people because the people have been silent, waiting for a hero or a god somewhere to come and save them. About power supply, the people in power are the ones running majority of our oil farms. Okay. And Prince E here says, Tinubu is a total failure. He has nothing to offer. He just wants to answer Mr. President. Oh, wow. And D Cheesy here on X says, the very worst government ever. I've got 3 minutes on the clock. Let's see what's happening on Facebook. On Facebook Live, Darlington Emmanuel says, let Tinubu happen to Ganduje. He doesn't have any other option than applaud his master. The suffering is much, Maryann. Personally, I don't have anything to eat since morning. Still hoping on God. Hanging there, bro. Jimmy Lomack here says, government only listens when they're out of power. If you don't listen to Bayo on Sunday, it's very clear they don't care about our plight. All they care about is to deceive their boss about that everything is okay. Meanwhile, the masses are in penury. Buhari's team did the same thing that year. Deja vu, he says. Daya Dada here says, Maryann, thank God I and some brilliant minds have been vindicated. that the foundation that brought this government into power is not credible. So all that he doesn't work. Like Dele Farotimi said, you can't bribe your way into power and expect development. It's more or less that you allow opportunists like Agberos to run the multinational corporation. Without certificate or supervise a vault of central bank, it will loot and run it to the ground. They have turned the people to beggars and almajiri in the midst of plenty. All right, back to the phone lines. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jonathan, around the challenge.
Jonathan, go ahead, please.
Maryann, permit us to just swear for them small.
No, it's not going to happen. Not on my watch. No. Do it in your house. Do it with your friends. Not here.
Anyway, I know you won't permit us. Anyway.
I thought you know why are you even asking?
I'm just begging. Now you need to be working.
Don't beg me. Don't beg me.
Anyway, you can see all your topic is pointing direct at the president. Even in that north, local rice producers are ready yesterday. They are shutting down.
Yeah.
Everything is shutting down. All the pointers are pointing to this president. So I wonder why a certain Ganduje will come on the air, just like this man said the same thing. It's not what's to
Someone is saying that I should stop making it look like impossibility. I think what kind of assembly do you have? Does it look like one that stands on all twos? Does it look like one that's not rubber stamp? I'm not saying anything. I'm not implying. I'm just saying, what do you think? That will help you make that decision if impeachment is possible. He says a lot of listeners are not aware of because of the way you're making it sound like an impossibility. I don't think you guys really listen to me because I kept saying I kept repeating myself. You cannot recall a president, but you can impeach. And I told you what you need, a majority. I don't know if I have to speak in your local language so that it sounds like I am telling you what you need to know. Or should I keep sounding like a broken record? Yes, impeachment is possible, but you need 2/3 majority in the House, both houses. Okay, that's when it can happen. But as it stands, you and me looking at your National Assembly, can it happen? If not, the other option is to wait till the elections, where you can decide that we're going to come out en masse and push him out, if that's what you want. But you cannot also come here and dump on me that, yeah, the masses don't know, but you're making it sound like they're dumb. No, I'm educating the masses. But if you don't want to take it, then I'm not the problem, sir. Okay? Well, I've got to go on a break. Yeah, let's see if I still have some time. Yeah, I'll go on a quick break. And when I come back, I can still take a few messages. Okay? Stay with me.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact, whether it's social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Talk never stop.
When I collect my salary, my husband will lock me in the house and make sure I submit to the whole money.
My wife woke me in the night one certain time and he asked me a question that I should swear whether if I don't cheat on her. And leave the sleep just collect.
Spending what little revenue we have to look for oil is a waste of money that
you
could have
are
been used
listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The Top Family Challenge is here. This October, you can win as much as 200,000 naira. Yeah, your family dance you and your family dance at Ville for less of it and Ville the highest engaged wins. Simply tag at kids.fm.ng on Instagram and we will repost you. What are you waiting for? Can you dance? Yo, there's a station in town for your kids and entire family. A station for fun, games, and all the goodies. Check out Kids FM 101.7. It's family fun radio. Let's play.
Hey,
Hey, now what for this country? Eh? Everything just cash, even cash.
KC, I don't define you for shops this morning. Why you dare this kind queue?
Jojo, now cash I want collect since morning. Eh?
Cash? Why?
I know one waiting happen for 1672 happen again. Today, I must collect correct naira note for hand.
KC. Cash day everywhere for bank, ATM, POS agent, and if you want run and cashlessly, you fit use mobile app, internet banking, ATM, POS, USSD, QR code, and other options them.
Jojo, you sure?
I beg you, make we dey go. Your customers dey shop, they wait for you. See, the cash where you define for Sokoto, e dey for your Sokoto. You don't understand? Country people, money na money. Spend them, collect them, no hold them, no panic. Cash dey everywhere. This message now from Bankers Committee.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
All right, we're back. It's still hard facts. I have just about 2 minutes before we wrap up. The news comes up at the top of the hour with Ivana Haifo. I want to read some more messages. This one says, I'm just baffled by the way some of our politicians today are still defecting from their party to the ruling APC, despite the high level of poverty and hunger ravaging the entire country right now. Does it mean Tinubu's government is doing good? Lawrence from Ikorodu. Someone says, Ganduje is doing the work of his master. Okay, I think I've read that your message before. Someone said, Maryann, I beg you get soup, I get it by here. I have small egusi, but Nepal spoiled the soup, so I've thrown it away. That's the problem. Now I need money to buy new things and make soup. This is the problem of this country. It's hard. All right, I'll read maybe one more message and then we'll wrap this up. This one here says, Maryann, my sister, I've said several times here that the only problem we Nigerian people have is Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, who intentionally collected money and announced presidential election. Did you see it? Were you there? When every delegate from other political parties were still sleeping in their hotel rooms, and also judiciary a total disgrace to humanity. I regret coming from this country called Nigeria. Sammy from Lakwe. Sammy, you go nowhere. We're all here together. Anyway, I've got to go. Yvonne is here with the news at the top of the hour. On the second hour on Community U Reports, you want to hear my Uber story. Don't go anywhere.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Millions of listeners trust us.
Lisha B, A Battle of the Bold, now showing on Netflix.
The number one talk station of Lagos.
Join the conversation online or on the go. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM
and Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos.
And watch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Be part of the Info family.
Log on to nigeriainfo.fm on our mobile app and website.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
And now the business news.
In the world of business, President Bola Tinubu is unhappy with the ongoing blackout in the northern region. The north has been in darkness for days as a result of the vandalization of the Shiroro-Kaduna transmission line. A statement from the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Ononuga, says the president is now leading efforts to end the disruption in the north. Onanuga says the president has summoned the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabo, and the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu. And according to him, the president has directed the Minister of Power and relevant agencies to speed up the pace of work to restore electricity to all affected states. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabo, says the federal government will establish a super electricity grid soon. The grid will be a backup to the national grid that is experiencing incessant collapse. Adelabo said this while briefing State House correspondents after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu on Monday at the presidential villa in Abuja. He said if the national grid had a problem, the super grid would be an alternative route through which power would be transmitted. Still on that, electricity will be restored to the 17 northern states that suffered blackouts due to vandalization of the Shiroro-Kaduna transmission line soon. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabo, says the disruption of electricity supply was due to the vandalization of the Shiroro-Kaduna transmission line. But he said the transmission line will be repaired within 3 to 5 days. And finally, the Naira on Monday depreciated at the official markets, trading at 1,670 Naira 65 kobo to the dollar. Data from the official trading platform that oversees the Nigerian autonomous foreign exchange market revealed that the Naira lost 70 Naira 65 kobo. This represents a 4.41% loss when compared to the previous trading date on Friday, the 25th of October, when it exchanged at 1,600 Naira to the dollar. Also, the total daily turnover reduced to $81.17 million on Monday, down from $284.93 million recorded on Friday. At the investors and exporters window, the Naira traded between 1,677 Naira and 1,585 Naira 67 kobo against the dollar. That's the business news. You are listening to Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Stay with us, Lagos.
Nigeria Info, your number one for news. Always spot on, fresh and direct on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Information at its peak. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm listening.
Nigeria Info.
The hub for information,
current affairs, and more.
The president used his last Democracy Day address to talk about
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.